We've been hugely fortunate in the casting. The people playing Jamie and Claire are just wonderful actors and truly embody them.
Jamie was the first character that we cast. We saw Sam's tape early on and immediately went, oh my God, it's Jamie.
My phone went off and it was a number I didn't recognize, and I picked it up and it was this voice that just said, "You've got it." And I suddenly realized it was my agent, and I screamed in this place, and I think everyone in the shopping mall was like, "What's going on?"
And then it took forever to cast Claire.
This went on and on and on. They cast, lots of other people, and the fans were all sort of frothing at the mouth and saying, well, where's Claire?
I had no idea what a big deal Jamie Fraser is.
Jamie in the books is sort of this fantasy figure. He's the king of men, we call him in the writer's room. He's heroic and handsome and all these attributes. And it's like, well, who the hell is going to be that guy? That's going to take forever to cast him. And Claire, well, there's a lot of great English and Irish and Scottish actresses, and we'll cast her kind of easily and quickly. And of course, it was exactly the opposite.
I think I've had Jamie in my mind for so long because I read the book so long ago that it was a lot to live up to. And it wasn't until I had a Skype call with Sam and his charm and charisma just leapt out of the screen.
We got sent about 21 pages that I had to learn over a weekend. Also, I bought a copy of Diana's book, and I hadn't heard of them, so I sort of tried to read as much as possible. I read all the scenes that were relevant to the audition.
Gave me goosebumps, absolutely, to see him do that. Yeah, and I watched it over and over. And sure enough, every single time. I mean, just that instant transformation. It was just right there.
It was so shocking to all of us because we thought we were never going to find this guy, and to find him first was just amazing.
There is a huge pressure, and obviously playing Jamie, he's such a wonderful character to play. So, I was slightly nervous about taking it on.
He had this sense of humor, and yet you believed him as a leader. There was a strength to him, and yet there was a gentle quality to him and a sensitivity, and he had all the pieces.
It was a real whirlwind, and it was really exciting. And then the search for Claire Randall happened.
I was unaware that they were sort of on this long search for her. I self-taped and I sent that in. And I heard about 3 weeks later that they wanted me to test. And it was only then that I realized that this was a book series.
The role of Claire was very difficult. It's key. She is the show in a lot of ways. She's telling us the story because we're maintaining the first-person narrative of the series. So you hear her voiceover. She's in every scene, every day. It had to be somebody that you could watch think. It had to be somebody you'd be comfortable with constantly. It had to be somebody very smart, because I thought that the key attribute of Claire is her intelligence. And she had to have the stamina as an actress and the depth to sort of stand up underneath the pressure of what we were going to give her.
The scene we used for Claire's casting was Stop, Help, He's Going Over.
Stop! Help, he's going over!
And we'd heard it so many times and just become a little numb to it because everyone seems to do it the same way. So as soon as you find someone who elevates the material and brings something to it that you hadn't seen before, you kind of sit up and take a little extra notice.
You're lucky you're not dead, brawling and fighting and throwing yourself off horses.
And when they first got together, we just knew. We just absolutely knew.
I remember at one point having her in a bear hug, like sort of we were face to face in this really passionate scene, sort of arguing with each other. And I thought, oh, I've really, really upset her here. She's really angry at me. And I thought, this is great. And she was giving, as much as, as I was giving her. And as she left, all the producers kind of looked at each other. And I could tell that they really liked her.
When I read the book, yeah, I loved Claire. She's this incredible, strong female character who's not only incredibly intelligent and passionate, but, even for her time of the 1940s, she's very modern, very forward-thinking. And, we share some qualities. She's slightly stubborn and a little bit headstrong, so I really enjoyed that part of it, too.
We all knew Tobias's work from his other roles on various other things, and we needed someone to play both Frank and Jack.
Two very different characters. That's always that's, you know, kind of exciting as a performer. So you get to play, you know, someone who has quite a lot of heart and sensitivity and soul, and then someone who seems very devoid of kind of any sort of much human kind of sympathy.
I always remember the first day that Tobias was with us as Blackjack ran. It was as if it was a different actor. He'd somehow been able to change the shape of his face and the furrows on his brow and on his cheeks by becoming Blackjack, and that was quite special.
Frank is a character that everyone loves, but we don't get to see that much of him, so in those small amounts of time we see Frank, you need to kind of elevate him to another level, and I think Tobias really does that.
I got a phone call from my manager. She said there's a show that's being done set in the Highlands of Scotland, and I immediately said, I want to be in it.
Graham McTavish is not physically like Dougal as described in the books, other than both being, you know, large and imposing men, but he fully inhabits Dougal. You know, he just walks on stage and there he is.
Gary and Graham are the troublemakers on our set, I would say. They're a great fun. They're two great, great actors. Just wonderful to work with, very giving, very experienced, and downright rude and dirty.
The idea of grinding your corn does tickle me.
It's nice to sort of see them try and outman each other and become more gravelly and more Scottish.
Here today in How to Speak Outlander, we're going to give you the battle cry of the Mackenzies. 1, 2, 3, to a guard!
Working with Sam is a delight. He is a true gentleman.
To play this character that's, you know, loved by, you know, so many millions of fans already, it's almost mind-blowing.
With anything like this, is you can just do the best job you can and just hope that people love it.